Okay, here we go. Thanks for jumping on. I want to get into this. Paul Hitchcock here, president, founder, Giant Jacks Media, AI powered sales and marketing firm. We're helping others, Vistage shares, executive coaches, law firms, professionals across the country to grow their businesses. And I want to talk about events here. And we're doing a lot of events. These are in person or virtual events. And when you're doing these events, there are critical components involved that you got to have. And I want to walk through these, and I'm going to show you how we use the CRM, AI CRM we give clients to make this all happen. So what you're looking at here on the whiteboard is when you're doing an event, obviously you have the event itself, and goes without saying, that's got to be a great event that your prospects are going to care about. We're doing a lot of female entrepreneur events because a lot of our clients are trying to build practices and attract more female business owners. So we're doing those and legal related events, just a lot of things going on, both in person and virtual. So make the content great. And, there's a lot of science that goes into the day of the week that you have those events, and the time of day, the length, and all that. I'm not going to go into all that detail right now, but of course that's important. So you have your event going on. Here are the major components. So first of all, obviously you've got to have a very tight prospect list. The way we do that is we will curate a list of qualified leads for that event. We'll make sure to enrich that list with our AI tools, meaning we're going to grab emails, phone numbers. If we don't have them, we're going to get, make sure that, we have revenue, headcount for clients that want to see that, or female entrepreneurs if we're, driving, female business owners to the event. But that list has got to be tight, enriched. And now, so that's number one. And I'm going to show you what we do with that list here in a second. Then you've got to have a landing site where you're driving traffic to a landing site. So when you reach out, for the first time, email, LinkedIn campaigns, multi-touch, whatever you're doing, you want to drive them to a place that continues to sell them. And, there's a wow factor there. And if you have a great landing site with bios on the speakers, your bio, what they're going to get from it, that looks tight, need to have that. And so we build those landing sites, and then on that landing site, you're going to have an RSVP form. So you embed the form in that landing site, and you can do some interesting things with that form. We had a client we were working with who, once somebody RSVP'd with the form, had them fill out a questionnaire pertaining to what they were going to do at the meeting, and they were going to get into these issues that the individual was bringing up. It's sort of an assessment on this questionnaire. People were filling it out, and that was an awesome thing that happened here. But you have a form on the landing site, plus you want people RSVP. Obviously, you got to see them, and then you've got to have a mechanism in there to make sure they show up. So this is dripping on them consistently once they RSVP to make sure they show up. Then, of course, you got to have the outreach workflow here, multi-touch copy that involves email, LinkedIn messages, calling bot. On the way we do it is we have calling bots. We also have SMS or texting. So we have a workflow that goes out, multiple touches designed to get people to these events. And let me show you what that looks like a bit here. So here is the CRM. So what you have here is, first of all, contacts go in here. So imagine your enriched, very tight lead list. They all go in here. And then a workflow is designed that looks like this. So now you have copy from email touches, I mentioned calling bots and so forth, workflowed out on the dashboard, webhooks in here for, depending on the behavior. We've got logic built into this. So calling bots can interact, leave messages on the phone, email can go back and forth, and you can see the workflow is built out here. So now you have a workflow designed to drive people to your landing site. and where they fill out a form. And so the way the forms work when we do it on the CRM is we have a whole site for forms. People fill out a form shows up here, and now you have a contact that's filled out your form with their information, and now they've RSVP'd. You can reach back out to them and so forth. We also have an opportunity tracking stage, so we will build this out for the event. For people that are a new lead, not signed up yet. Now, this is for a different startup, but you get it. We build out this opportunity workflow so you can track what's going on with your event. So when you do it this way, you've got to have this infrastructure behind the scenes to make your event work. The work's done up front, and then you turn this on, and it's just going for you. And you're seeing where you need to step in as a human to follow up with people, maybe send them a personal note when they RSVP. A lot of strategy there for your RSVPs, but you get it. Just wanted to show you this. This is how we do it. And events are a great way to engage with top-level prospects, get in front of them. It is a gold mine if you can do this successfully. All right, before you jump, down below, get my VIP blog. I send that out every week. Text Giant Help to that phone number. And I just put tools, strategies, tips in there helping you. I just always want to help with my best stuff. So if you do that, down below, you can get it. And we'll see you next time.